Right now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry lied. Not for the first time, but this time publicly. In terms of Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, that revelation just out from the new episode of the Kardashians podcast, where Kim Kardashian and Khloé make clear quite a few important things. Number one, they are not friends with Ms. Markle at all. The friendship is between Meghan and their mother. Number two, the Kardashians did not, as Meghan claimed, ignore some type of phantom approval form, consent form when it came to that birthday party. In fact, there were conversations that took place between the Kardashians and Harry and Meghan about which pictures from the party were going to be posted. It was only once there was backlash from the United Kingdom over the fact that these pictures went out at exactly the same time as the Remembrance Sunday service in the United Kingdom that Prince Harry and Meghan demanded a takedown. And not only did they demand a takedown, they also claimed that the Kardashians were lying. Now, I have to give credit to Kim Kardashian and Khloé Kardashian here. They're not being nasty about it. They're not throwing Meghan and Harry under the bus in the same way that Meghan and Harry threw the Kardashian family under the bus, but they are spitting facts. They are telling the truth. And this really matters, because if you cannot trust what Harry and Meghan say about a goddamn birthday party and a picture approval form, then how can you trust what they say about racism within the royal family? To me, this cuts to the very core of what type of human beings, of what type of individuals they really are. By the way, when we're watching this too, I do want you to listen out for what Kim actually suggested to Meghan Markle. And if Meghan Markle had any sense of humor, she actually would have gone with this. Kim said, look, this has all got out of hand. Why don't you come over to the house now? We'll take a picture of you in Skims. I'll post it on my Instagram. And then 30 minutes later say, we've just had a new takedown request. That would have been hilarious. That would have been poking fun at yourself. But guess what? Meghan Markle doesn't know an opportunity when it hits her in the face. So we're going to analyze this extraordinary new development with P. Diner, royal YouTube sensation, imminently. But first, I want to show you exactly what Kim and Khloé have said on the record about this shocking new lie.
Mom and Meghan have been friends for some years now, and they have a really sweet relationship. We took a photo, and then I think we were all going through them. We're all, communicating about like what we're going to post. We're never ones to post without permission. We are like, it's not who we are.
We're very respectful.
Yeah. Like we have the craziest, funnest photos from that night, but we were posting just like fun photos. And so
dignified photos.
We were totally, we were told that it was totally cool to post. And then after it was posted, I think they realized it was Remembrance Day and they didn't want to be seen at a party, even though it's already up, and then taken down. And then I think they realized like, oh, this was so silly.
And they did Baby to Baby right before.
Well,
they
it's
did
like a charity
carpet
event. So like that was fine, but maybe not partying and dancing on the dance floor and whatever. So we took them down
because we're
to
respectful.
Respect Remembrance Day.
Yes.
And then you just got to laugh at like the situation sometimes and just like lighten it up and if everyone's taking it the wrong way, like lean in. I was like, we should do a full Skims campaign. Take the photo, even just us. Like I'll shoot you at mom, post it and then delete it like 30 minutes later. And then I say, oh, sorry, I didn't have permission to post those photos for the campaign.
You should do that.
That's what I was like, that would have hit so funny.
You should do, yes.
If we just made it light and made it funny. I think it would have been like received differently. But I hated how that was received for everyone. That sucks.
Well, it was made into something.
It was just made into something that was so crazy and ridiculous that just didn't happen.
I know. Whoa. There is the truth bomb. There is the truth bomb. It was another lie. Because remember, Meghan and Harry's team briefed that this was the Kardashians' fault, that they had ticked a consent form saying we don't want any pictures released. Bullshit. They were in negotiations about what pictures were going to be posted. I actually think, P. Diner, this is going to be one of the more devastating examples proving Harry and Meghan's compulsive lies. But what do you make of this truth bomb from the Kardashians today?
I just love that Khloé has a podcast that we can actually get this kind of a conversation and it comes out factually as it happened. Because, yes, Harry and Meghan, they told a complete lie about it because they want people to find their narrative to be, how it is. It's constructed. They've made it out to be something that it really wasn't. But the truth is always the best. And I just love how Kim sat there and just told the truth and was very nonchalant about it. It's like no big deal. But see, that's what Harry and Meghan do. They make everything a big deal. But the bigger thing is that they were seriously busted lying about saying they filled out some form, which they didn't. There was no form. They discussed the photos. They had regret. And now Kim has just completely laid it all out on the line. And I think it just shows you how much they try to curate things to make it look one way when the reality is just be truthful. That's the problem that people have, especially with Meghan, because she wants people to look at things through her eyes, through her lens. Look, just be truthful and factual about things. And I think you should have done this ad with Kim because if you look at what she was saying, Dan, she was saying it would have been great, which lets me know that she already discussed it with Meghan and Harry and they decided not to do it. And it would have been a great thing to do. And so, yeah, they just don't know how to, I think, be in this era that we're living in with social media. I think Megan still lives in the past around PR and paparazzi. She doesn't really look at how social media has changed the landscape of celebrity, and you have to lean into this more authentic. Very truthful way of being in front of people because everything is exposed so naturally now because everyone has a phone and I think Megan just doesn't get it. And this is her problem. This is why everything fails with her. She doesn't want to show up and be truthful. She wants to lie and make things look one way when the reality is something else. And also to your point, Dan, about her lying and the racism, that right there shows me how you can see this woman lied about racism. She did not tell the truth about what happened to her. She wanted to make something out of nothing. And this is what happens. You get someone who gets busted lying with this, she's lied with other things as well.
Absolutely. And P. Diner, that's why this matters so much. That's why this is so important. When people like me were saying, hold up, after the Oprah Winfrey interview, I was there. I was reporting on this. This is a fantasy. And people like Piers Morgan were losing their job on Good Morning Britain. Surely now we are all owed an apology because for someone to be able to lie so constantly, so consistently, P. Diner, about the small things, it shows you how this is just part of her narrative. She's lied about her father, Thomas Markle. She's lied about her sister. She's lied about her mother. She's lied about her career. She's lied to Prince Harry about not knowing who members of the royal family are. I do think she messed with the wrong people, though, when it comes to the Kardashians, because the one thing about the Kardashians, and I think, look, genuinely, Kim and Khloé showed her a lot of respect. That could have been a lot worse for Meghan. But it was very clear to me that there was some distancing going on too, P. Diner. It's like she's good friends with mom. That was really telling to me.
Very key that she said that. And Kris did try to soften this blow that happened. She did like a photo that Meghan had posted after this incident to show that she's still aligned with Meghan. So I think Kris is still trying to find maybe some opportunities where she could, make a deal somewhere. But yeah, Kim is not feeling Meghan. Kim sees how Meghan is, and this for her was a wake-up call not to have any dealings with Meghan or Harry, because they make everything a big deal. They blow it out of proportion, and you always find controversy with them. Every single time there is something with Harry and Meghan, there is a controversy. Kim doesn't want that on her brand, not at all. But she tried. She wanted them to do something with her Skims, and yeah, they just couldn't laugh at themselves. That's a problem, a big problem.
Totally. And look, P. Diner, there's something more authentic about Kim Kardashian. And look, I'm someone that criticizes the Kardashians when they deserve to be criticized, right? And let's be honest, she was absolutely thinking there of a commercial opportunity. She thought, oh, this will be great for Skims. But I love the shamelessness of the Kardashians. She's not trying to hide away from that. Isn't the whole problem when you contrast Kim's brand and the Kardashians' brand to the Markle brand and to the Sussex brand is that there's nothing honest about Harry and Meghan. Of course, we know all they want to do is make money and receive these endorsements, but they pretend there's something else at play. And by the way, this is the picture. This is the new picture that Meghan has released today to push as ever. And I'm just like, God, you don't get it, girlfriend, do you? You just don't get it.
Oh my goodness. It's just so interesting to me to see how Kim, like, yeah, she has no shame. She'll just run with it. She'll just, okay, let's just do this. Let's have fun. And Megan's all stressed and all like uptight. No, we got to curate this. We got to make this and do all this and connive her way into some image. It's just like, try to be authentic. But Meghan in this picture here, what is she trying to say? What is she showing us in this photo? I don't even get it. Is it supposed to be her being this fun-loving person at a party? I mean,
exactly.
What?
This is for her Valentine's Day range. It makes no sense. It's in black and white. Like, she doesn't. Yeah. It's so weird. There's nothing in that picture that says anything about romance or caring about someone else. And why I think Meghan is really unwise too is, let's just think strategically for a second. She could have thrown it back to Kim and said, that's a great idea, but I want you to be holding my as ever jam.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
But she's not good at business. Now, look, obviously I would have thought that was mortifying and cringe and I would have criticized her for it. But the point is, she's not even good at business. She's not good at taking opportunities when they came. Something that was causing disastrous headlines for her all across the globe really could have had the air taken out. Now, of course, remember last week, I was the first to pick up that Kim and Khloé were speaking about Meghan in the podcast when they spoke about the phantom party crash, which is now clearly her, because then later on they said, oh, should we talk about the rest of what happened? And they did. So it's also clear that she was not expected at the party. Watch this.
Right from the start, the Kardashians are doing something Meghan and Harry constantly say they do, setting the record straight calmly. No dramatics. No victim narrative. Just, we talked. We agreed. We were respectful. This immediately matters because it directly contradicts the Sussex PR briefing that claimed there was a consent form. That form was ignored. And the Kardashians were reckless. What we're seeing here is not chaos, it's adult coordination, which makes what comes next far more damaging. This is the turning point. According to Kim and Khloé, the photos were approved, posted with consent, taken down only after UK backlash. That reframes the entire story. This wasn't about privacy. This wasn't about respect. This was about optics going wrong and Harry and Meghan scrambling to clean it up. And here's the key controversy. When the backlash hit, someone needed to be blamed. Dan Wootton makes the central argument here, and it's uncomfortable for Sussex supporters. If Harry and Meghan will misrepresent the truth over a birthday party photo, how much trust should the public place in far bigger, more serious claims? This isn't about liking or disliking Meghan Markle. It's about credibility. Because patterns matter, especially when the stakes are high. Kim's suggestion, turning the situation into a self-aware Skims moment, was actually genius PR. It would have diffused the outrage, shown humor, humanized Meghan instantly. But instead, The opportunity was rejected. Why? Because Meghan's brand isn't built on self-deprecation, it's built on control. And that's where the disconnect with modern celebrity culture becomes obvious. The Kardashians admit they're commercial, lean into chaos, laugh at themselves. Harry and Meghan claim higher moral ground, still chase deals, but pretend it's about something else. That contradiction is what keeps blowing up in their faces. Hollywood rewards honesty, even messy honesty. It punishes manufactured sincerity. This is the real bombshell. There was no form, no paperwork, no breach. Just conversations, and regret after backlash. Once again, the narrative shifted after public reaction, not before. And that's why this story won't go away.
Come in.
Should we talk
and you
about
just
the
never
party
know who it
crasher?
is, and it was like a crazy mix.
Oh
And
my
now
God.
it's like,
So she said there, P. Dinah, should we talk about the party crasher? Now, that episode of the Chloe in Wonderland podcast was shot at the same time. So they did speak about the party crasher. So what I will say is confirmation of what I suggested last week, that Meghan was also a crasher to that party. And remember, that had been reported by Rob Shooter at the time as well. Everyone was looking around the party saying, who invited her? Why is she showing up?
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just what Megan does. She's always looking for an opportunity, but she really had one and she blew it. Clearly, she is trying to be in the right places. I think she's trying to really capitalize on her positioning where she's at in Hollywood right now. But it doesn't do you any good if you can't really roll with it and make fun of yourself, to make it light-hearted situations. It's like you're there, but you're blowing your opportunity by living in California amongst these people that you think you want to have a relationship with. But she doesn't know how to work that relationship. Meanwhile, Harry's trying to get back to the UK, and Megan's really trying to plant her foot in Hollywood, in this industry, to do all kinds of things that she continues to fail at. So I don't know what is going to give here, but it just seems like you are the butt of the joke with people. I mean, you're crashing their parties. You're not trying to make lighthearted situations with things that blow up to controversy. You're not trying to present yourself in the way that makes people want to be with you or like you. So I think Harry has seen that. He knows what time it is. The gig is up and he wants to go, but Megan doesn't. It's quite interesting to see how they're going to get through this because it's definitely a split in what they both want. And this right here, Megan alone in this photo, Valentine's Day. Like, if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does.
Oh my God, it is such a clear message, P. Dinah, coming in the week that the New York Post reveal Harry's not making any money. Harry's barely leaving the house. Harry's miserable. Harry really now is the spare to Meghan Markle in the same way that he was previously the spare to Prince William, which is why he left the United Kingdom in the first place.
Yeah, and he's realizing that now, especially with Megan continually doing all of these things around Hollywood that he's forced to go and support her with. She doesn't support him, but he supports her, right? So I think at this time, Harry is definitely seeing how Megan is not really doing the things that he had hoped that she would do. I think he really is starting to see her true character now that she is in this world of Hollywood. It's all coming out and how she's trying to really plant herself in all of these situations. And Harry just doesn't like it because this is not his world. He wants nothing to do with these people. He has no friends. He doesn't really have any meaningful work in California. I mean, he's trying to get speaking gigs for money, but he doesn't have anything that's meaningful for him. But to Megan, this is everything. This is what she lives for because Harry has given her the open door to now have these opportunities and she's running for it. But Harry is just not trying to really help her and support her like that. I don't know how her jam, her spread, whatever is going to do because Megan just doesn't make herself likable for people to want to purchase from her. I don't think she has a strong enough fan base to support this kind of a brand. I mean, you'd have to be at the level of a Kim Kardashian, I would think, to be able to move this product. And I just don't see her. She's not able to do it.
No way, not even close. And you're right to mention the friendships, of course. I mean, the Page Six expose saying there's literally Nacho Figueres, and that's it. That's it. Everyone else is just Meghan's mates, and he tags along. Now, I've got to ask you about Sundance too, because this was a really disastrous appearance at the film festival. But Meghan's mole pointed something out in terms of Meghan's behavior outside the festival site in Utah, writing, Meghan is back to her old tricks of having someone set up to come and hug her the moment she steps out of the vehicle. How do I know it's set up? The bodyguard right there, and he's not even bothering to get this stranger away from Meghan, who is giving out full body hugs. And I think that is a good point, Pete Dunning. You can actually see some of that interaction in this short video here.
Can I get a photo? Oh my gosh, amazing! Thank you so much!
She's got a point, doesn't she?
Absolutely. You know, that's what Meghan does. She tries to make it so that she gives off this illusion of wanting to be seen by people. These are people that have been seen hugging Meghan all the time. Like, this is not something that would just happen randomly. Of course, the bodyguard is going to be a little bit up closer to this person, and they're in the back because they know this is a setup. And so Meghan just tries to, once again, curate her illusion of stardom and make people think that, you know, people want to have a photo with her because it's lacking in real life. And so that's just what she does. And I think part of it as well, Dan, is that Harry sees all this happening. Like, he sees all the behind the scenes, and he is just in a position where he knows how it usually is as real royals. And this is just pretend. This is not reality. This isn't real. Because when Catherine and William go out, I mean, it's authentic people wanting to get their photos with them. But Harry is seeing how Meghan is creating this illusion of celebrity, trying to get people to be there to greet her, because that's what Meghan needs to fuel her narcissism, right? And Harry is, I think, he's just getting turned off by a lot of what Meghan is doing that is behind the scenes. I think that's part of it too.
Big time. But P. Diner, the big development in the United Kingdom today is that it is official. Lisa Ravenscroft is now working for the Prince and Princess of Wales. Her job title has been revealed via her LinkedIn profile. It is head of press. So this is all because, you know, she is expecting crisis. And William and Catherine are expecting crisis with the return of Harry and Meghan to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a very tumultuous year, I believe, because of Harry's desire to go back. I know that we've been hearing stories about him wanting to move back for good with Meghan and the kids. Doesn't look like that's what Meghan wants, but I think anything that is going to bring Meghan into this scenario is going to cause problems. Like I said, everything that she does usually it turns into a controversy. And William and Catherine, they know that things are happening behind the scenes that are going to create problems. Things that I think Harry is talking about with his father. I mean, this has been going on for about a year. And so there's going to be, I think, problems that Meghan's going to create intentionally, because if she does come back, let's say for the Invictus game, she's going to create scenarios and problems to make things very difficult for the royals, because she doesn't want to be there. She's not going to want to come back and be, you know, part of the team. She's going to be someone who is very resentful for being back. And, you know, Harry may get her back temporarily, but she's going to be very resentful and do things that are going to cause problems for the royals. So this is a very smart move to get someone to kind of hit that at the beginning before it even starts, because they need to get ready, because Meghan is going to cause problems. That's what she does.
She is. Oh, yes, she is. But look, Lisa Ravenscroft would have been very happy with the British newspaper front pages today. P. Dina, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, totally dominating Kate's plait trick. And on The Sun, Platt's new Kate on the Daily Mirror. She also made the front page of the broadsheet, Daily Telegraph, and the Daily Express too, after this truly charming appearance at a rugby club in the United Kingdom. Look at that, running in the rain. It's really great stuff. And there were some beautiful moments, P. Dina. Let's have a watch.
Hi. On behalf of Wakefield Trinity, we've got you a signed shirt. It's our home shirt from this year, and it's got all the details on the front.
So next time I come back and have a game with them, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I believe we have a few as well for your children as well. So
that's very kind.
no, we appreciate all your time. Thank you very much
We need
for
to
coming.
see you play next
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Yeah, we'll save you a seat up there.
Thank you very much. Good
Thank you
luck
very
with
much.
the training for the season and everything.
Yep.
When's it starting in a couple of weeks?
2 weeks. On Saturday is our first home game against Toulouse, and then the grand final, I believe, is beginning of October at Old Trafford. So fingers crossed we can get there.
Good luck with it.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Just delightful, P. Dina. Really beautiful stuff.
Yeah, and you know what's so interesting is to see her wearing a braid like that. Meghan has yet to wear her hair in such a way, and she's supposed to be the woman of color. I mean, that is very telling for me to see her wear her hair braided like that. It's so nice. And yeah, Catherine is just the real kind of gal, isn't she?
Totally, because
Gotta
I think it was not planned, but the weather in the United Kingdom, I mean, I know you've had terrible weather in the US too, P. Dina,
Yeah,
but it's been
very.
bad here too. Massive storm. She didn't cancel. She still went to the engagement, and she just thought, you know what? I'm going to get into it, and I'm not going to
She's
worry
both
about my hair.
Right, right. Yeah, I just love seeing her with her hair like that. That just shows you, it's not about her hair, it's about her being there for the people and doing her job. And I just like seeing her change it up a little bit like that. That just shows you how real she is, and she can just, roll with it. It's nice.
It really is. It really is. Now, P. Dina, I've been asked a lot, actually, about what's going on with Thomas Markle. Do have some news to share.
The podcast's Party Crasher comments strongly suggest Meghan wasn't expected, or at least wasn't part of the inner circle. That matters in Hollywood. Because Hollywood runs on invitations, access, trust. If people feel you bring drama everywhere you go, doors quietly close. And that's exactly what this segment hints at. This is where things get genuinely uncomfortable. The analysis suggests Harry wants retreat, privacy, possibly the UK. Meghan wants visibility, Hollywood, brand dominance. That's not a small disagreement, that's a life direction split. And the solo Valentine's Day photo only fuels that speculation. The Sundance hugging moment taps into a long-running criticism, curated spontaneity. Security standing back. Perfect timing. Cameras ready. Harry, raised in real royal crowds, can see the difference between organic attention and staged moments. And according to this commentary, that difference is starting to matter. While Sussex drama escalates, William and Catherine do something very uncontroversial. Hire professionals. Prepare for pressure. Stay silent. No clapbacks. No podcasts. No counter-briefings. Just institutional stability, and it shows. The rugby visit contrasts sharply with Hollywood staging. Reign. No glam. No control. Just presence. And that's the final irony. One woman tries to curate authenticity. The other just shows up. And the public notices. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Harry and Meghan misled the public in this situation, or were they unfairly targeted? Was Kim Kardashian actually trying to help Meghan? And is Harry finally realizing he's living someone else's dream? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read them all. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like to push it into the algorithm. And subscribe for more no spin, no filter royal commentary. Let's talk.